Stretch. The fireworks have already started. Helps if I put the mic in front of me. Anyhow, the fireworks have already started. What's up with that? Let's mute that. All right, we know what we're doing. Do not try this home. I am not a professional. All right, I've managed to open something and I don't know how to close it. There we go. Stop touching stuff. I'm going to see if I can stay up till midnight. So far, it's not looking good. I have caffeine, though. This better be caffeine. Better not be caffeine free. I don't think it says. Dang it, this may be caffeine free. I may have to drink something else. All right. Okay. Didn't know what that did. Apparently I had my button hovering over it. That's why that was acting that way. Yeah, I don't think any of these matter if there's nobody else on. Nope. Hey, well, nobody's watching. I get to goof off. Well, a couple of people are watching. Since nobody's talking, I get to goof off and see if I can figure out things. Yeah, my hair doesn't want to behave itself today. What can I say? I will probably trim all this out at the beginning later since this is my first live stream like this. So, and it's New Year's Eve. People are busy. So we'll see who shows up. If nobody shows up, we'll just delete this later. How's everybody doing? We're going to see if the old guy can stay up till midnight. Hey, it's the other Myers. Happy New Year's, Dennis. No relation. By the way, you weren't aiming directly at me, but you did talk me into buying another book. What did I pick up? Stewart's. I picked up the first book in his noir looking series. That's going to drive me crazy. Stewart Jeff. Ha! Hey, Chad, how's it going? It's driving me crazy. I can't remember the name of that book now. Do, 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 do. Southern Bound, the Max Porter series. So once again, Dennis, you are costing me money. I'm not touching that. Oh yeah, I heard you got a husky, Chad. No relation amongst the Myers is there. Chad's my brother. Dennis is just an author who keeps talking me into buying more books. So it's all good. I just started reading I'm never going to say that right. Miserere. Yeah, whatever the name of that book is. Well, I mean, got all this back here: fantasy, sci-fi, horror, mystery. Reason I picked up Southern Bound is because it looks a little bit to me like, oh, sorry, Ian, Felix Wren. I think it's the Felix Wren series. Kind of that whole mystery, but also magical, that type of stuff. I like the mixed stuff too, like a little fantasy with a little mystery, or which reminds me, I still need, I keep pointing to the wrong side. Tainted Cup. I still need to read that. I got to read that book. It was one of my most looked forward to books of the year, and I did not actually get to it yet, but I did buy it. So yeah, Chad, there's a bunch of books like that. I mean, that's not narrowing it down much. I am going to give a shout out though to Richard Paul Evans, who sent my mother a signed copy of Christmas in Bethel. Appreciate that. Okay, I got to turn that off. That little logo guy. I didn't realize this was how this was going to show up while I'm on the only one on here. That just looks funny. Can I turn that off from here? I'm about to find out. Oh, that's not the right button. Yeah, I don't think I can turn it off once I go live. Ha, life goes on. Well, apparently my little tuxedo looking guy is just going to hang up there in the corner. Oh yeah, trust me, I know Victoria Holt slash Philippa Carr slash whatever other name she wrote under. I remember a few of those books. I remember she had some VC Andrews too that she probably would not read in today's day and age. Now watch, mom will be watching, and we're all going to get yelled at later. Doesn't matter how old you get, mom and dad will still yell at you. And there goes more fireworks. It is 10:10 here. It is too early for fireworks. Ah, nice. I think my mom would like Agatha Christie. I've never asked her if she's read it or not. I don't remember my grandparents reading anything, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think the book reading came down from grandma and grandpa. Dennis hanging out on the East Coast, North Carolina, if I remember correctly. Is that right? Chad, you got a husky. That they are gorgeous dogs, but oh my goodness, the cry. Ooh, that noise would drive me crazy. Virginia. I don't know why I thought you were in North Dakota or North Carolina. I think because you keep mentioning authors that are in North Carolina. Maybe that's it. And you're always talking to John. John's in North Carolina. So I did talk to John briefly. I'm pretty sure he and his wife are just gonna like. I think Jacob is doing the same thing. They're all just like they're just staying off the internet tonight. Not that I can blame them. Oh, I've read Heinlein. I have not read the Star Beast though. Was it Muna's Harsh Mistress? I think. Yep, that was Heinlein. So yeah, Muna's Harsh Mistress. That's what I read. I'm staying out of that can of worms, Chad. That's on you. Um, I do know that our old neighbors, way back in the day, had their collies silenced like that, and I always felt bad for those dogs. Falstaff books. Okay, I will have to remember that. It has been forever since I was in North Carolina. I don't remember if we went through Charlotte or not. I think we went to. Now I can't remember where we stayed. I have got one state left that I have not visited yet, and that was North Dakota. And I have not yet figured out a reason for me to go. I want to say we stayed in Wilmington when we were in North Carolina, which is on the other end, I think. Yeah. We might have gone through Charlotte, but I don't think we stopped. But I'm always up for a good bookstore trip. Well, I'm sure we'll see. Oh, gotcha. Yep. Understandable, Dennis. I don't blame them. Like I said, I could not think of a single reason to go up there other than to just check it off the list. Yeah, nope, never got stationed there. They sent me to Nebraska, and as the joke says, once you get on it, you can't get off it. So I spent all 4 years at Offutt. All right. I am not going to speak for anybody. I have sent out a few invites, see if anybody wants to show up tonight. But like it's said, it's New Year's Eve. I don't blame anybody for not wasting their time hanging out with me tonight. So the underground bowling alley was cool. Ah, yeah. I moved here from Phoenix. I still don't think I've gotten used to the weather. I have been to Anchorage though, and that would be worse. I don't think I could handle that. Although I do know a girl from my high school when I was in Phoenix. She moved to Anchorage, so dude, yeah. If I took NyQuil right now, I wouldn't be making it to 11, much less midnight. I love. I know people don't like the taste of NyQuil, but when I'm feeling sick, that's the one thing that will put me out. Any chance Tom was a major? Sorry, I had to ask. Speaking of which, Dennis, you keep talking me into buying other people's books. If somebody wanted to start with one of your books, which one would you suggest? I got to read you some point. Ah, me too. Oh, Chad, I don't know if you would remember her, Stephanie, when we went to Heart to Heart. She's in Anchorage, last I knew. I won't give out the last name just in case, but yeah. Final Assembly. Okay. Well, you got me into Frohawk and you got me into Stewart there. So I will have to pick up a Dennis Myers book. Plus, you spell your name correctly, as you can tell by my brother Chad in the comments there. There's only so many of us that spell our names right. Oh, okay. I don't know how I missed that because I swear I've read maybe it's one of those ones that I don't always watch all of his artist journeys and stuff. I will have to check because I've watched like all the weekly readers and stuff. Now I've also watched all of them, so I may have just forgotten it. Yeah, if I have an employer asking for my records from 10th grade at this age, I probably don't want that job anyhow. I don't even put my entire work history on there anymore. Oh, okay. Well, crud. Gonna sneak a peek at John's channel and see if I just missed it. Do. But we are talking about Talking Story, right? In case I'm wrong and you're talking about a different John. That would be awkward. Yeah, no kidding. Some people don't realize how young some things are. Okay. And he did a video YouTube of it? Because I'm not seeing it. Wait, wasn't alive, was it? Nope. Not in the live list. I'm showing Town Square was today. Wind and Truth, the weekly reader was yesterday. And before that, it was last week with Danger after the 2025 TBR. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Oh, it wasn't there? Okay. I may have simply forgotten about it. I am old. Yeah, because I know I always, of course, sometimes downside too is I always read. I always watch the weekly reader on Mondays as kind of my for fun break, and unfortunately, that also means I read it while I'm working. So I may have gotten distracted. That is a slight possibility. Oh, that reminds me, for both Chad and Dennis, I saw one. I can't remember what it was. Oh, some guy saw a posting for some language, and they were looking for 5 years in this whatever program language it was. Way to go, Dennis. And he just goes like, nobody's got 5 years. I wrote that program language and I made it 2 years ago. It's like, You're looking for 5 years experience in something that hasn't been out for 5 years. HR departments, I don't think always know what they're looking for. If I want to show my age in high school, I learned to program. I say that word loosely in Turbo Pascal, so which I have not used since high school. So there you go. Life is crazy. But hey, at least I didn't learn in binary. Yeah, no kidding. Well, it was at the time. I can't even remember what that stupid. It was like the simplest, dumbest little program, but that was computer class back in 80 something. Might have been 87, might have been 88. I don't remember for sure. Oh, geez. Yeah. I remember my first computer was a TI 994A, and each of the programs, there was no hard drive. You had to put in the program for whichever program or the cartridge for whichever program you wanted. Like an Atari, basically, it was an Atari, but you could do like Word documents and stuff. Didn't have a printer, but yeah, I graduated high school in '89, so there we go. I rooted your girlfriend's butt. Jeez. Okay, Chad, let's hope mom doesn't watch this episode. I do like the t-shirt though. You guys may have seen it. I think you would both appreciate it. Where it's a cassette tape, a VCR. I can't remember. Oh, I think the other thing might have been a floppy disk, all holding hands, and it's like never forget. I was like, okay, sure. We are showing our age now. All right, I have made it 23 minutes in. I'm going to make it to midnight, no matter what. Oh, gee. I don't even remember that, to be honest. I just remember that the only programs I had for it was a Word document program, but I didn't have a printer, so I'm not sure what the point of that was. And, oh, Wheel of Fortune. There was a Wheel of Fortune game. I think that was. Oh, and I learned how to type on it. There was some sort of typing program. It was like Space Invaders, but you would use the letters on the key so that you'd have to hit T or I or W or whatever. So on the plus side, I can type really, really well, and that program probably had a lot to do with it. Nice. I like the T-shirt that says "Bomb Squad," and on the back it says, "If you can read this, try to keep up." If I'm running away, you better be as fast as I am. Hmm. I like the idea of coding. I don't like the idea of all the learning I would have to do to code. I did actually start to do a class, like not a paid for class, but just a kind of a fun class learning Python. And I guess between gaming and reading and working, yeah, there's just not enough time in the day. Let me put it this way. I mean, if I prioritized it, yes, I could do it. But yeah, just not that's if I'm not interested enough to prioritize it. Let's put it that way. Not changing my career trajectory at this point. Oh my goodness! I remember the BBS systems, yep. I still remember whenever you got kicked off the internet because somebody needed to use the phone line. I was in the middle of something. Remember playing MUDs in the Air Force back before we had things like World of Warcraft. Hmm. Wow. Look at you go. I knew none of this. Yeah, I don't know if I ever used. I don't ever think I used that one. Hey, look at you there, Dennis. FileNet. Bum bum bum. I'm pretty sure I am. I'm not on Wikipedia anywhere. Well, I'm kind of on Wikipedia, but it's not me. Apparently, there was an English international rugby union player with my name. But he was born in 1895, and I'm not quite that old. Ah, yeah, I don't, dude, you're beyond me. I don't even remember all the names of those. I remember using them, but I couldn't tell you anything about them. Of course, that was also mainly in my Air Force days, which is all kind of a blur at this point. Yep, I think I recognize that name as well. What has he written? I swear I've seen that before. The S sounds so familiar. Yeah, I don't think that's the right Dennis Myers. Hey, look at you. Dennis, yep. Final Assembly popped up. I'm looking up Dennis S. Myers. It keeps giving me Dennis M. Myers. Google was better before they started doing ads. Sure. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Star Point, yeah, Pedialyte. Yeah, my age, yeah, Wikipedia Lite might be my go-to. Who's the there's the two Brian Freemans too authors. They occasionally get confused with each other, although they write completely different stuff. Alta Vista, wow. I think the search engine that I always use, just because it had back before Google, it had the best stuff, was Northern Light. Northern Light usually got you the best results. That did not last very long. I don't even remember who took that off. Ask Jeeves back in the day. Yahoo, when it used to be a search engine, it's really not much of a search engine anymore. Hmm. Well, welcome to the show. Hey, Ted. Happy New Year back at you. I'm sure Ted's old enough to remember Alta Vista too. All that stuff is basically dead. Let's face it, it's Google and Bing, and nobody uses Bing. The only people who use Bing are people who are trying to get points for the Microsoft thing. There's something to do with the MCP stuff back in the day that I used to use Bing and would get credit for it, but usually I do that about 3 times and then I'd switch to Google because Bing sucks. Although if Google keeps giving me like the first half a page is nothing but ads, yeah, it's good. People are actually going to have to go to the second page of Google these days. New Year's Eve. Welcome to the Grumpy Old Men stream. We complain about the good old days. Yeah, no kidding. I swear every author somewhere is on somebody's watch list if their search history is caught at all, especially the mystery authors. Exactly. I'm with you, Ted. Right. Meddling kids, get off my lawn. I got to yell at myself to get off my lawn. I've noticed where I park in our driveway, I can actually see the grass where I walk from my car instead of going up. I'm like I'm leaving a rut in my own yard. Ah, yeah. That one's pretty good. Actually, you guys, can I do that? Am I going to blow up everything? I don't know. I'm going to find out here. Try something just because it's on topic. Oh, nope, didn't want that. That's going to make okay. Whew. I thought I clicked on the other button. I know. I type loud. My wife tells me that all the time. Sorry. Stop it. All right, I'm going to see if I can share this real quick. I have not done it this way before, but this is on topic, which is the only reason I'm showing this. Oh yeah, I got to click present. That would be helpful. So what adds to this one? Except I can't tell. Nope, that's not the one. That's not the one. There we go. You guys might appreciate this just because, like I said, it's very on topic. Not what I wanted.
So we are live.
Go back.
That's one of the things as a writer, you find yourself, buying all these books and scrolling through videos on YouTube and being like, oh yeah, I need to know more about this. Yeah, I do need to know about how do you make sulfuric acid and get rid of a body? Okay, I'm pretty sure anybody in Homeland Security would be horrified if they looked at my browsing history. But like, this is my business; it's what I do. I have to deal with these ideas.
Yeah, I don't think you can be an author without ending up on somebody's watch list somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't even imagine the poor murder mystery writers.
Chicago SWAT commander came up to me and said, hey, I need to talk to you about this scene that you set up with a hostage situation on this roof. I just want to know, who did you talk to set that up? Because whoever did, they kind of know what they're doing, and we like to keep track of people like that. I had to look at it and tell them I used Google Earth and my knowledge of Call of Duty, and the SWAT commander looked at me and he just goes, oh, I hate the internet. That's one of the things that the right.
All right. Like I said, that one I thought that was on topic. I always loved that clip from that one. Yeah, it took me 2 years to get Butcher on, but finally did it. Of course, again, that first year he had no idea who I was, so I don't blame him. Hey, Ted, I don't blame you. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna barely be up till midnight. I'm probably shutting down at like 12:01. Oh, interesting. So basically, you're just gonna study like the Mojave Desert or something. Well, depending on which way you're going with the horde weather. I mean, it could be a freeze for all I know. I don't know where you're going with this. Hmm. It's all fun and games till you run out of ketchup. Ooh, gotcha. Am I looking up what an eyeball planet is? Yes, I admit it. I'm cheating. Hypothetical type of tidally locked planet for which tidal locking induces spatial features resembling an eyeball. Gotcha. The things you learn. Oh, thanks, Lucas. Welcome to the channel. Yes, this is a barks for a bear. I'm trying not to drink my calories, so there's only so many diet drinks. Or maybe it was Dennis. Maybe he's talking to Dennis. I don't know. Lucas is talking to somebody. I would also say Dennis's was good too because it conned me into buying a book. Well, that sounds hospitable, Dennis. I know where I'm not putting in a Motel 6. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know when you made that video, by the way, Dennis, but I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I was telling Dennis earlier I didn't pick up the book that he talked about, Lucas, but I did pick up another book by that author. Looked kind of interesting. Oh, that is true. You did say you took NyQuil earlier, so yeah, we may lose Dennis at any moment as the NyQuil has him drift off to sleep. All right. Of course, you only got 20 minutes till midnight, Dennis. I got an hour and 20 minutes, but you've almost made it. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop. London? I'm assuming that was on TV or something? Or are you talking about London, Ontario? Yeah, I was originally not going to stay up either. And then I decided, hey, why don't I do a live stream? I haven't done one of those before. Oh, nice. Yeah, everything's on YouTube these days, let's face it. Sadness. Apparently, I did not think that out well. Like, I have water as a backup. Hopefully, that's not picking that up that too badly. Y'all get to listen to me drink. It is 10:42. I am in Central Time Zone. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know why I clicked on that. Apparently, I'm getting bored. So, where are you from, Lucas? If you don't mind me asking. Not like specifics, not like stalker level addresses, but just in general. Fair enough. Hey, we got a Canadian in the house. Basically, we apologize for most of the states as long as you apologize for Justin Bieber. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, no kidding. If I start snoring, that'll be your ASMR stream. I would, but I know not everybody likes them, but I'm one of the few people that actually likes Nickelback. And I can't even say that. They made a ton of money. There are a lot of people that like them, but probably aren't admitting it. It's like that old Chris Rock joke about Spice Girls sold like 1 billion albums and nobody admits to buying them. Oh, I'm the wrong person to ask that to, Dennis. I listen to everything. Country and Western. No, just kidding. But yeah, no, jazz, country, instrumental, classic, rock, rap, country rap, even though some people call that crap. I even got some Mongolian death metal somewhere. Maybe. He may be right. Yep, actually, I was right. I thought, yep, I've got Wolf Totem on my iTunes, but I'm not going to play it, so I don't get, you know. Actually, you know what? I'm not monetized. I can't actually get busted for that because nobody cares. My posse's on Broadway. Yes, Sir Mix-a-Lot. I do remember Sir Mix-a-Lot. But yeah, Wolf Totem by The Who. That's my jam. I love that song. I think it's kind of funny. If anybody doesn't actually have their own YouTube, I always start off with the YouTube stream going so I can see that it's going. And the funny thing is, the video is a few seconds behind what I see, what I'm actually doing. But if I look over here, your chat is popping up before my chat is getting it. So it's like, how is the chat ahead of me, but the video behind me? I don't get that. That makes no sense. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of Bandmade. The warning sounds familiar. I haven't looked at iTunes in forever. I got everything. I've got an iPhone now, so just everything's on my phone. Ba-ra-pa-pa-pa-pa-pum. Not what I wanted. Yeah, I got Yolanda Be Cool. I got Fuego, J Balvin, Toby Love, Shakira, Shakira. Everybody's got Shakira. I may have some Ricky Martin on it. Yeah, I won't actually, admit to that. Reek, Inolvidable. That's a good song. Mark Anthony. Yeah, I got a little Spanish on here. I have way too much Enrique Iglesias, Daddy Yankee, Carlo Vives. Yeah, most of my Spanish stuff is got a little rap tinge to it. Bandmade was the bar band in that movie. Ah, gotcha. Automatic Sun by Warning. And once again, I'm not monetized, so I don't care. Right. Bad. I'll play a minute of it, see what we think. Okay, let's skip to the actual song part. Sorry. Yeah, I admit it. I like that one. Yeah, I don't have any Wagaki band on my playlist. I'm feeling the love here. This is what happens when you let your brother know you have a channel. That's all there is to it. I used to have some Move on my playlist, but that is not available on iTunes, and I had copied it from a CD which got lost, so I no longer have that. I used to do. They did a couple of songs for Initial D, if anybody remembers that anime. Mako is shark. I know that. It's one of like the seven words I know. Wakarimasu. All right, we're gonna make Dennis stay for 9 more minutes because then it'll be midnight, and then we're gonna let him go to bed and enjoy his NyQuil-induced slumber. That is perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure my wife is already asleep. She is unconscious. She was probably unconscious about an hour ago, if not sooner, unless the book was really good. There have been a couple of books that she has stayed up late for and regretted it the next day. But she is off tomorrow, so she might have stayed up late. Oh, I'm pretty sure Chad likes science fiction. I can't tell you what books he has, but or movies, but I'm pretty sure that's a safe bet. Hmm. First edition, wow. Yeah, I actually haven't read that one yet. I read all the Lord of the Rings books and I read The Hobbit. I've not read the Silmarillion. Trying to remember if I have a copy. I might somewhere, possibly. I guarantee nothing. Yeah, that happens at Asimov a lot. I Robot is nothing like the book that was written either. Although to be fair, I Robot was filmed as a movie before they went to the Asimov Foundation and got permission to use the name. That film was originally had nothing to do with Asimov. There's your random stupid trivia for the night. But they did take the check, so it wasn't a bad movie, just had nothing to do with iRobot. Not nice. I have not watched that one yet. Which reminds me, I need to get back to. I started Three Body Problem and I started Dark Matter, and I haven't finished either one of them. The shows, not the books. Now I can't tell if you're being serious. All right. I am grabbing a drink. Back in a second. I came semi-prepared. Although, to be fair, it is hard to complain about anything Robin Williams ever did. I'm just not sure Bicentennial Man was at the top of the list. True. I love The Name of the Wind. I know Mike over Mike's Book Reviews hates it. I love The Color of Magic, and I know a lot of people don't like that one. Although somebody had to like it because that was his first book in the series, and look how long that series became. So it had enough interest to get them to pick up more books. Man, I forgot about the Sci-Fi Channel. I think I'm one of those weird people. Sometimes I miss when everything was just on cable. I'm like, yeah, you had to watch it when it was on, but now you got to own 15 different subscriptions to watch all the stuff because everything's on a different pay site. Mm. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I've ticked off my computer. All right. Well, for all of my friends on the East Coast, including you, Dennis, Happy New Year. It is midnight. You have made it. The NyQuil has not taken you out quite yet. Yeah, Dennis, I think you can say that about almost every show that's been made. I will give The Martian credit for being one of the better adaptations I've seen. But yeah, a lot of adaptations go sideways as soon as somebody from Hollywood gets a hold of it. Yeah, we'll be getting fireworks here in about an hour. Well, they started earlier, but the real ones will be in about an hour. Oh, Hail Mary was good. I liked Hail Mary. I have not read. Was Artemis was the other one or Armada? It was Artemis. One of them is from the Ready Player One guy, and one of them's from the Martian guy. I can't remember which one's which. But yeah, Hail Mary was good. The Martian is good. I'm hoping they don't screw up the Hail Mary movie. I'm not holding out a lot of hope, but I am hoping. I like Ryan Gosling, but I'm still not sure about that pick. But then I thought Michael Keaton was a horrible choice for Batman back in the day, and he proved me wrong. Yeah, but I think you'll enjoy Hail Mary. It's a completely different book than The Martian, other than it's still sci-fi. But yeah, it was good. Keaton was good in Flash. I was surprised at his age he pulled that off, but that was a really good take on it. Still a little bummed we didn't get the Batwoman movie that was or Bat. I think it was Batwoman. I don't think it was Batgirl, but yeah, life happens. And now we're going to reboot. Although I am glad to see they picked up supposedly Jason Momoa is finally going to get to play Lobo, which he's always wanted to do. So that's who he thought. I saw an interview with him where he said that's who he thought they were calling him about when they gave him the Aquaman role. Yeah, Batgirl. I mean, the Flash. I could understand with all of his troubles. That one that would have made more sense. Batgirl was done. It was already finished, and nobody assigned to it that I know of had any legal issues. Cavill is a space marine. He would enjoy that role. I do have to say, and I told him this, not that he probably ever saw it, but I told him this on Instagram. I never really saw everybody trying to say they wanted Cavill as Wolverine, but I saw the Deadpool movie, and I think he could have pulled it off. I was more impressed with him as Wolverine than I thought I'd be. I haven't seen Halo yet, but I do have Paramount Plus. We just knocked out the Lioness, and we're knocking out Landman right now. Paramount Plus has got some good shows going on. None that my mother can watch, but still. I may have to try out Halo. I know my wife's not going to watch that one with me, though. Just started watching Tracker, which is based on the Jeffrey Deaver one. Yeah, the Star Trek one, I haven't started that one either. I'm torn. I haven't. Star Trek kind of lost me with Voyager after a season or two. And as much as I love Avery Brooks, I never got into Star Trek 9, and I really haven't touched Star Trek much since then. Tulsa King was good too. I don't know if you watched that. I think that's also on Paramount Plus. Mm. Anson Mount's in that, huh? Pretty sure he was the guy. He was that guy in the John Green book movie. Can't think of the name of it. It's driving me crazy now. Oh no, I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay, I recognize Anson Mount. I don't know who I was thinking of. Well, I know who I was thinking of. I just don't remember his name. Oh yeah, Doctor Strange, um, and the Inhumans. The Inhumans show that was horrible. Oh, so he gets to play Pike. Gotcha. It's okay. We knew what you meant. Trust me. With the yeah, some days my fingers and my brain are not on the same page either. Like I physically cannot type the word begin because muscle memory. As soon as I type any word that has I in it, I put a G after the IN every time. Within, begin, I always have to back up and delete. It's like my mind, my fingers think, but they know what my mind means. Life is crazy. Dude, if I actually I would hate if they did Firefly season 2 at this point. Guy who played Preacher's dead. So if they went back and did a season 2, they've either got to write him out somehow, which is possible. I mean, they all would have aged by now. Or we're stuck with what was done at the end of Serenity, and then we don't get oh, I just brain dumped Resident Evil guy. I can picture him. He was the pilot. Why did his name just leave me? He was the chicken in Maui. Oh, I feel so bad. I know exactly who it is. I love that guy, but I cannot think of his name. This is 11 o'clock brain for me. Oh my goodness. I gotta look it up. It's driving me crazy. I'm gonna feel stupid as soon as I see it. Alan Tudyk. Jeez. Yes. Wash. I could not think of Alan Tudyk's name to save my soul. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think they're getting anybody back for Firefly at this point. I think all of those actors seem to like each other and they like joking with people, but I don't think the show's coming back. Plus, almost all of them are busy right now. I mean, not that don't manage to sneak in a movie from time to time, but I don't think they're going to be doing a full show. Oh, nice. Hmm. Did you just go Knight's Tale on us on us there, Chadwick? It's like I can't remember what channel. Jewel State has Family Law, but I think it's on some Canadian channel that I can't get. Keep wanting to watch that, and I got to figure out where I can watch it. I don't know what Tudyk's doing these days. I mean, he's always doing something. Oh, he's doing Resident Evil. What am I thinking? And Nathan Fillion's got The Rookie, which I really didn't think would take. I thought it was too much like Castle with the whole police background, but that show's still going. I thought that would have been over by now. Hmm. Bettany's married to Jennifer Connelly. When was she Squirrel Girl? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. That makes more sense there, Chad. I was like, I'm getting confused now. Yeah, that's the AT&T girl. I have no idea how to say her last name, but yep. I did like Connelly in the Top Gun, the last Top Gun movie. Chad, I think you've gone off on a tangent, and none of us know where you went. Oh my goodness, it was good. I didn't think it was. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but yeah, I did like the second Top Gun movie. Trying to think what else has been out lately. What's driving me crazy, I'm still waiting for Mickey 17 to come out. It was supposed to come out in March, and they moved it to January. Last March, this January, and last I saw, now it's back in April. Next, it's pushed back to April. So that movie's starting to annoy me. Dennis, you need to get to some sleep, my friend. You don't feel well, and it's past midnight. Plus, the longer you stay on, the more likely I am going to be to end up buying another book. So, Although if they keep pushing back the Mickey 17 movie, I may finally get Robert Pattinson's agent to call me back, but I'm not planning on it. I was trying to get him on for the movie since it was based on a book, but yeah, that one's not been as interesting. Oh, I'm just giving you a hard time, Dennis. Like I said, you're the sole reason for my January interview with Teresa Frohock, so I am not complaining whatsoever. If you'd quit talking so well about the books, it's not your fault. You're a good salesman. What can I say? Good night, Dennis. Happy 2025, and I hope you feel better soon. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. I wasn't using that vertebrae anyhow. All right, 43 minutes. I can make it. Supposedly. Haven't proven it yet. Mhm. Where is the dog? Where's what dog? I don't have a dog, Chad. I don't know what you're talking about. You have a dog. Unless you were just speaking that into the universe. Beginning to think you're the one on the NyQuil. Oh my goodness. My TBR pile is getting way too big. Hmm. No, I don't. You got a husky puppy. I don't think you're getting any sleep, even if it didn't have a questionable background. Those things are high energy and high pitched. Unlike me. So Yeah, right. We've lost Dennis. We've lost Ted. If I'd been thinking straight, but we got off on a tangent about everything else, I would have asked him what they were reading right now. Ted said he was going to go read. I don't know what he's reading. Bad host. Hmm. Hey, I'm like scrolling back looking for some. Sorry, Mike. I missed your whole thing about the screenshot of an email. Yes, I do. You're probably not still on, but yeah, I was wrong. I'm not used to my chat scrolling that fast. I missed a couple things. Was that a pun, Chad? Spain, the husky will fix some things. Boom. Let's face it, Dad, and Jordan both would have found that funny if they said it, but would have groaned for us making that joke. Oh, I know Dad's happy about the Lions. And since the Cardinals are choking, I will be rooting for them in the playoffs too. Just not loud enough that the wife can hear since she's a Vikings fan. I was a huge Barry Sanders fan, but I wasn't always a big Lions fan. Pretty sure the Cardinals were 5-2 at one point in the season, and they just backed themselves right out of the playoffs, just like the Diamondbacks did. Suns are working on it too. Whole Arizona is just trying to give everybody hope, and then saying, "Nah, we don't want to make the playoffs." That seems like a lot of extra work. Where are the Suns right now? They're towards the bottom. I know that. Hmm. Oh, yep. They currently have fallen out of the top 10. They are a game back out of the playoff race at the moment. Not that there's not a lot of games to go, but it's not pretty. Yeah, they started out 4-1, and then it's like, yeah, no, we are just kidding. Well, Who does Mary like? Or does she not care about football at all? Yeah, I've never cared about the Dolphins. I liked Dan Marino, but I don't care about the Dolphins one way or the other. Yeah, true. Oh man. 33 minutes. We can make it. I keep hearing noises upstairs, and I can't tell if it's just around the house or if it's just like fireworks still going off. It is too early for fireworks. Fireworks start at midnight. That's how it works. Oh yeah, the new Dunes. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Dune movie compared to the book, but it is way better than the '80s version. And yes, we have seen both of them. I still like the book better, which I mean is usually the way it goes. But like I said, Martian did a really good adaptation, and I actually liked the Bourne movies better than I liked the Bourne books, at least the originals. I do like the Brian Freeman reboot. But yeah, rarely is the movie better than the book, unless it's one of those ones that's a novel based on the screenplay. A New Hope, the book that was based on Star Wars and not the other way around, it was and the Gremlins book, which was also based on the movie, was horrible. Or as Charles Barkley would say, terrible. Yeah, I can't get the voice right. I don't know. Hollywood likes to chase the money, but I don't know if they think there's enough interest in the third movie. Because I know a lot of people that love Dune that don't want to see the third movie. But if the first two made enough money, there's probably going to be somebody who's going to be willing to do it. I just don't know if it'll be any good. So what are you reading lately? Since I didn't actually ask the booktubers that were on or the author. On a side note, it does say look like as of right now, the third movie is confirmed to be in development, and Dennis is writing the script. It's being worked on. We'll see if it comes to fruition. Oh, wait, wait. I think he's got some biographies. I don't think he's got an autobiography. I could be wrong, but I know he always pushed back against an actual autobiography. Again, I have been out of the haven't been doing biographies much lately, so I may have missed that. Oh, gotcha. Because if it's Snowball, I read that. I did enjoy it, but that was a biography, not an autobiography. I don't know if he'll ever do one, but he's always been very against biographies. I like the Sam Walton biography too. Which reminds me, I still need to read. I have it somewhere here. Maybe I don't know where I put it. I got the Kelly Bishop biography too. Or autobiography. I was gonna read the Gilmore Girl and the mom on Dirty Dancing. Not that I think anybody remembers her from that. Hey, no kidding. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the notes. That thing has gotten huge. It is redonkulous. I don't think I've read too much nonfiction lately. Of course, between books I'm reading for author interviews, my reread of the Dresden Files, and whatever else I managed to sneak in, and the arcs. I can't even keep up with all the arcs. I've only got so much time in a day. Hmm. I have not heard that one. Have you read Flash Boys? You might like Flash Boys. That one was pretty good. That actually might have been the last big nonfiction book I read too. Possibly. I'm not good with time. If it's been long enough, I don't remember which order I read stuff in. Check out Flash Boys. It's the same guy who wrote Moneyball and The Big Short. He always does a good job of taking a nonfiction story and writing it in such a way that it just reads like a novel. Makes it so easy. Want to say Lewis. Second guessing myself now. Flash Boys. Yep, Michael Lewis. That book is good. I don't know if I still have a copy or not. If I find it, I'll send it to you. But I may have gotten rid of it when we were moving. I was trying to cut down on how many books I had to move to the new place, so I got rid of a lot of the ones I'd already read. Because otherwise, I was going to have to carry them all. Yeah, I was just thinking of the Flash Boys because actually I was listening to a podcast yesterday and somebody brought up that book. I'm like, I read that book. That was a good book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Should just talk like this for the rest of the show. That way, in case somebody comes by who's never seen me before, they just think this is my voice. I apologize to anybody whose accent I just butchered, but hey. Oh my goodness. Whose idea was it to do this? 23 more minutes. I'm still awake. We can make it. 23. Oh, man. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. I miss the days when my body didn't sound like Rice Krispies. Don't get old, people. It's not worth it. Oh, yeah, no kidding. I am so glad I don't have to get up early in the morning. Yeah, the wife actually got today off too. Is like, nope, I still had to work. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy not having to wake up in the morning. Well, at least until she decides I've slept long enough. Well, I usually wake up earlier than her on her days off, so. True. Unlike that time that she let my daughter try to park the car when she was not old enough to have a driver's license and knock the garage off the foundation. Oh man. Whew. I still don't know how she managed to do that. She managed to parallel park that car between the garage and my car, which was just outside the garage. For whatever reason, that day I hadn't pulled into the garage yet. She went right up the side of the garage and just plopped it right in between the vehicles. But yeah, she did manage to hit that one corner hard enough that it went off the. Yeah, it got scuffed, but it was not the amount of damage you would think for the what she did. I think mainly the bricks got hit by the tires going up and over. Yeah, me neither. I said, garage. I'm off screen. Garage door, my car. She managed to go up the side of the garage and like plopped right in front of my car. So she was sideways between my car and the garage. I walked out there like, what the heck just happened? And my wife was trying not to make, or my daughter wasn't making eye contact, and my wife was looking at me so chagrined. And I thought she'd done it because I think she chucked my daughter back into the non driving seat. She knew she was in trouble. Never mistake the gas or the brake pedal for the gas pedal. That is an issue. If maybe back in the day, I'm too old to do that anymore. Plus, with my new car, it's comfortable as all get out, but yeah, it's not taking any curves. I can't take the curves at 100 anymore. My car'd roll over if I did that. So we'll just take a little nappy nap here on the side of the freeway. It'll be fine. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. Hey, I have a Scion XB. Thank you very much. And I actually probably am going to. They had a special today only. Buy a $50 gift card, get $20 extra. And I took it. You have about 17 more minutes to get that deal if you want it. Well, you've probably got longer. I don't know if it's a rolling thing, but they said today only. Ah, I saw I was behind one the other day, and it's not horrible, but it's not the original Maverick, which drives me crazy. The Maverick was a car, and if I'm going to get a truck, I don't know if I'd want that small of a truck. It almost, and it's not because I think, oh, I'm a guy, I've got a big truck. It just, if you get a small truck, it's almost like, what is the point? What's the point of having a truck if you get like a Ranger or something? I don't know. If you're gonna bother getting a truck, get a truck that can actually do some work. So I don't see myself getting the Maverick. And I know some cars change names and stuff. I mean, the later model Tauruses were really the 500, just renamed to Taurus. But the Maverick, they went from it being a car to a truck, and that's just weird. Do-do-do-do-do. No, I did not hear that. They said to wipe out that whole street. You live next door, right? Is that who I'm thinking of? Yeah, it's still showing up on the map. Let's see here. Bum, 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 bum. Or are you just talking about that specific house being gone? Where is. Why can't I bring up an aerial? Oh, there it goes. Ah, gotcha. So I'm guessing that's this big empty spot right here. It's hard to tell from looking over the top. Wow, she made that into a whole big yard, didn't she? Wow. Pretty sure that's it. Hard to recognize from the top. Yeah, that looks about right. I'm not going to share this on the thing, but I'm looking at the aerial view of it right now. Looks like she got a little maybe a little fake bridge thing going on and everything else. Huh. Interesting. Not that the rest of you guys care, but it's always weird to go back to some place you used to live or something like that, and it just gone. That's the other thing I was going to look at. Well, I'm thinking about it. No, that's not what I wanted. I meant to look at something before I closed that, but I didn't. I am not where I meant to be. All the way up here. Okay. Sorry, I'm off topic. All right, so Union Hills, Center Street, or sorry, Central Avenue. We got Center Street here in Omaha, Central Avenue in Phoenix. Yeah, that whole gas station that used to be on the corner is gone, and they turned it into a couple more. Well, those are houses. Those aren't mobile homes. They put houses over there. Somebody's got a weird shaped pool, but I don't have any pool, so I can't complain. They would. I had yeah no. They would completely ruin Dragon Riders of Pern if you ask me. Which reminds me, I need to reread that. By the way, if you liked Dragon Riders of Pern, bum, 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 bum. Should check out Sky on Fire by Jen Lyons. There's no thread falling from the sky, but it's got some Dragon Riders in it. It was pretty cool. All right. We got 9 minutes to midnight. We're going to make it. Yeah, I can't see them doing Dragon Riders apparently correctly, though. Okay, somebody could, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think somebody with a cheap budget trying to chase the Game of Thrones money might try to put it together, but it's going to suck. I love Weiss and Hickman. I the original trilogy, Dragon's Bottom, Twilight, and all that. I've read that multiple times. In fact, I tried to get them both on here at one point. I've talked to Weiss a couple times. I only talked to Hickman once, but yeah, I still email Margaret once in a while. Because those books don't belong to Weiss and Hickman. They belong to Wizard of the Coast. They got bought out by, I want to say TSR, and I'm second guessing myself. Hasbro bought out Wizards of the Coast. So yeah, those books, as far as I know, everything in the Dragonlance and Eberron and Forgotten Realms, those all belong to Hasbro. And you saw what they did with the G.I. Joe movies. So do we want them to make movies? Now there was the cartoon way back in the day. I think Kiefer Sutherland did the voice of Raceland, but I have not watched it. There was a cartoon movie of it. Oh, yeah, no. Elon needs to go back to doing his cars and his space stuff. He's already killed Twitter. In fact, that's part of my I'm dropping not a political statement, just I don't have enough time for all the social media. I'm dropping pretty much Twitter and TikTok next year. I don't do enough on TikTok to make it worth it. And if I want videos, I got Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. If I want to post stuff, I got Threads and Blue Sky. So I'm not going to delete my accounts because I don't want somebody else taking over the username. But yeah, I'm pretty much taking those off my phone come tomorrow morning, and I'll maybe check them once in a while. But pretty much done with Twitter and TikTok. The talk of tickiness. All right. Well, I don't think it's going to happen. I had a couple of guests that said they might hop on tonight, but it is New Year's Eve, and I told them no worries if they didn't make it. So that's why I didn't say who it was going to be, because I don't want anybody being upset they weren't here. But pretty sure at 5 to midnight, they're probably not swinging by at this point. But I don't blame them. I swear somebody owned them. Somebody bought out Wizards of the Coast, I thought, before Hasbro did, and I cannot remember who it was. Yeah, Dennis is awesome. Dennis stopped by. I was like, again, the people in the chat, Dennis, Ted, Lucas, Mike was there. A lot of cool people in the chat. Just I had a couple people that were actually going to hop on the stream video, but again, I did not plan this far enough in advance, and pretty much everybody's just going to play it by ear. And I didn't hear back from a couple people that I was actually thinking probably would have showed up. So maybe they just didn't see it, or maybe they're nose deep in a book, writing like they should be instead of hanging out with me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up Dennis's book though too. And also figure out when I'm gonna read Stuart Jaff's Southern Bound, because it sounds a lot. I shouldn't say it sounds a lot. It's in the same genre, it seems like, as the Felix Wren series by Ian Rogers, which I loved. Which reminds me, I've got the new book of that too, and I gotta read that sometime. I've got too many books and not enough time. But what else is new, right? Yeah, right. I wrote a chapter of a book once, and never got back to it. I wrote a semi decent poem once. Does that count? All right, 2 more minutes. Probably not. Wow, that was almost a word. Oh, hey, look at me! I'm almost a 500 followers on Blue Sky. Interesting. Nope, I'm pretty sure that this. Pretty sure that would not make good lyrics to anything. And it's definitely midnight because the fireworks have just gone crazy. Yeah, I would hate to actually think of Air Supply trying to sing that. That would be awkward. Somebody's outside with those noisemakers. At least I hope they're outside, because if I can hear them from their house in my basement, that would be sad. All right. I know there's still a couple people out there looking, even if you're not talking, which is fine. I understand it. Not everybody wants to jump into the conversation, but thanks for stopping by. I am probably going to call it a night. A, because I'm really old, and B, because this is like my second soda, and I'm feeling a little full at the moment, if you know what I mean. So, everybody, thanks for hopping in. Thanks for everybody who stopped in. Thanks for everybody who's been in the chat. And yep, fireworks still going. I will definitely catch you later. Chad, say hi to Mary for me. Dude, I'll just send you a screenshot. All right, catch you later. Have a happy new year.